We're here for a brief overview of DC's new universe, the Absolute Universe, and the first title to hit shelves this week, Absolute Batman. If you know me and have spoken to me in store, then you know I'm not the biggest DC fan, and I fell off the books a few years back. Even though I strongly believe they have 9 out of 10 of the best writers in the industry right now working on their books. So, with this new beginning, something akin to the Ultimate Universe from Marvel, I figured now's a great time to jump back in. I read Absolute Power and then the All-In special last week, and the first book that got my attention this week was Absolute Batman. Opening with a different take on Alfred Pennyworth, more in the fashion of the animated movies with a strong military and espionage background, we see exactly how different this universe is going to be. As the story progresses, this is delivered time and time again with subtle and very blatant changes to the story we know and love. This is exactly what I expected, a whole new take on Bruce's origins, though with some similarities, enough of a change that the story will be drastically different. As Batman, we see a much more violent take on the character than I'm used to, though again, I haven't read for a few years, so unsure what I've missed, but this seems like the most unforgiving Batman I personally have ever read. Even the relationship between Batman and Alfred has a very unique beginning. The book also has some very dark themes from the get-go. This title is not holding back, with a new group of villains known as the Party Animal Gang committing some gruesome crimes for an unknown reason. Batman's look is more familiar to Frank Miller's Dark Knight series with a more bulky and threatening presence, but still quick and agile. The artwork from Nick Dragotta is enough to make anyone want to read this book, but teamed with Scott Snyder, I believe they have created a masterpiece. This book definitely doesn't pull any punches, and I believe we're in for a hell of a ride with the Absolute Universe if it continues as it started. Absolute Batman 1 is available now, and if you missed it, you should pick up the DC All-In special from last week, as that title sets some things up for this new universe that I'm sure will come into play sooner rather than later. Absolute Wonder Woman will be hitting shelves in 2 weeks on October 21st, followed by Absolute Superman 2 weeks after that on November 6th. Written by Jason Aaron, so I'm looking forward to that one. I'm very much hoping that new and old readers alike will get as much of a kick out of these new stories from some of DC's top characters, as much as I have.